What's going on, beautiful people of YouTube? This is Renebean. Welcome to the new game room and to the new game room tour that I promised all of you out there I was going to make when we hit 5,000 subscribers. Well, guess what, people? We did it! That's incredible! Thank you so much. I am super grateful. That's a milestone I never thought that I'd reach, and we are growing still and quickly at that. That is absolutely awesome. It blows my mind the amount of support that I've gotten from this channel, the people that I've met, just the overall love that you have shown me. It just makes me want to keep pumping these videos out for you and just non-stop getting this content to you guys out there, because it's crazy that there's people that enjoy this stuff. So this room tour is for you. A little bit of backstory, if you do not know, I have moved recently, and to move an entire game room from one house to the other is a crazy feat, but I was able to do it, and I actually vlogged the entire process. If you haven't checked it out, you can see it from beginning to end, actually building this entire game room. A lot of you followed me on that journey, and it is time to showcase this. The last time I did a room tour, it was at the 3,000 subscriber mark, and I was right at 3,100 games. I did not do a count this go around, and a lot of people have been mentioning that I do need to categorize, and not categorize, but actually log all my games, and I have not done that. Every time I try, I'm like, man, that is a feat that I'm just not ready to do. But I think that I'm somewhere between 3,600 and 4,000 games. We have grown since then, obviously. And I love it because now I got room to grow and not be overwhelmed and feel claustrophobic, because this game room is a lot bigger, obviously. So thank you all so much for supporting this channel. We are growing. We are a family, and it is absolutely amazing. So sit back and relax and enjoy this room tour. I'm going to try to make it a lot quicker. I don't think I need to go over every single game, but obviously if there's something worth mentioning, we are going to talk about it. I want you to sit back and relax and enjoy. Alright, so before we actually enter the game room, you can see the little bit of corridor that we got leading to it. Just a few random posters. I don't know if you remember me picking this up at a Goodwill for like $3 at TMNT. Poster looks awesome. Just a few random posters. I love these Minecraft torches right here. These actually were, they were very cheap. They were only like 10 or 15 bucks on eBay. A lot of you know that I was a huge fan of Minecraft, and it's just a wonderful game. Let's see, just a few more random posters in here. This hallway is a little bit dark, that's why I got the bathroom door on there, but I don't want to show you in there or the eBay room. That's just going to be for a separate video, because I'm going to deck the hell out of that thing, as much gamer stuff as I can. It'll be themed just like the game room. But anyways, coming into the actual game room here, you can see it's nice and bright with the LEDs. Everything is looking good. Where to start? Every time I do one of these game room tours, I don't know where to begin. Alright, I guess we will start with the handhelds. So this display rack right here, this was a nail polish, it was a nail polish holder. I ordered that on eBay as well. It was like, I don't know, like 20 bucks. It works great for displaying, handheld games. I got, these are either games that I'm truly in love with, or just a few high-end games. These are not all my handheld games, but we got the Game Gears up here, Game Boy Advances, Game Boy Color, the original Game Boy as well. There's some really awesome games in there. There's just ones that I absolutely love, or like I said, they're just high-end games. Master of Darkness, if you've never played that, that is a Castlevania clone for the Game Gear. Absolutely amazing. And since the Retron 5 now has the ability to play Game Gear games, I highly recommend getting the adapter. It's like 60 bucks, but extremely worth it. It makes the games look absolutely beautiful. A lot of awesome Game Boy Advance games, which also look good on anything. Looks great on the Retron 5. I absolutely love that system. I use it a lot. It's one of my favorites. Of course, some of the more uncommon titles like Resident Evil Gaiden for the Game Boy Color. That was a pretty obscure one to get right there. Oh, excuse me. We got this one right here. I ordered this on eBay. It's an 18-in-1 games, but what's cool about it is it has Resident Evil, the remake for the Game Boy Advance, I think is what it is on that. It's absolutely crazy. That was a cool little thing to pick up. Moving down below here, we got my DS titles. Not as huge of a collection as I want, but like I said, it's one of those things where if I find a lot of, not so great games out in the wild, I'm still going to pick them up. But I do got some really cool titles in here as well. The Resident Evil Deadly Silence, which is, the remake that you can play on the DS. Super Princess Peach is awesome. Just a lot of interesting games here. I love my Kirby games. A lot of you guys out there know that I am a huge fan of Kirby, and I want everyone in the series if I can. I got some of the heavier ones like, Dreamland 3 and all that, but there's some games that I'm missing. Just like with Zelda, I'm a huge fan of Zelda. A lot of you know that. But there's going to be ones that I'm missing, like the CDI versions. But anyways, we got some more awesome titles in here. Yoshi Touch and Go is actually one that I didn't really like. And I usually love my Yoshi games like Yoshi Island, but that one was a little bit weird. It wasn't really a Yoshi game, I don't think. You draw and he kind of falls and you just kind of draw where he falls. It's kind of weird. My 3DS collection is pretty slim. I got 2 copies of Super Mario Brothers 2 just because one's sealed, and it's one of those things, if you find a sealed copy, it's hard to open it, so I just got one that I can keep opened. New Yoshi's Island was awesome. Chibi Robo, Castlevania Lords of Shadows was really cool. Mario Kart 7 actually looks really great on the 3DS, and this is my 3DS right here. I don't know if you saw it previous, but the thing, let me open it up. Mint condition. Obviously if it's adult owned, it's going to be really nice condition. And this Zelda case right here, the protective case, I actually found at a yard sale for like $2. I found it before I actually got the 3DS, and it just worked out great. We got some Guitar Heroes over here. We got a Predator right here, little figure. I don't know what he came out of actually, or where I got him, but picked him up. And there's let's see, down here now, my PSP collection is super small, and then my PS Vita collection is non-existent because I only got one game. I don't have a Vita yet. I need one. They look awesome. A lot of people recommend one, but I don't. Now here's something you're going to see scattered all over the place, and that's bootleg consoles. A lot of you know from my bootleg series, I have a whole bunch of bootleg consoles. You will just see them strung all over the place. My PSP collection, like I said, is slim just because I don't have that many games for it, but I am starting to get into, if I can find them and they're exclusive, of course I'm going to get them if I can. But there's some cool titles in there. I'm definitely enjoying the ones that I do have and the ones that I've gotten to play. I got a Lonesome Tomb Raider Nokia N-Gage game. I want an N-Gage. I used to have one when it came out. I got it off of a buddy. I traded it for something. I can't remember what I had. I think I had a Neo Geo and the Pocket, and I traded them for the Nokia N-Gage. I need to get another one. Let's see, we just got some random boxes down here. The Retron 5, Nintendo Switch. Because, see, now in this game room, I got room to put a lot of the more modern stuff. Now, keep in mind, it'll be for a whole separate video, but in the actual bedroom where I keep, the 360, the One, the PlayStation 4, the VR, everything new is in there. But I can put some of the stuff in here, just as decoration. Down here, leading on to, I'm going to move that, you don't need to see, that's pickups for this Sunday coming up. This bag right here, this is more of my handheld games. Like I said, up there was just more of my go-tos, but this is slap full of Game Gear games. We got the Game Genie, we got the converter, battery pack, all that, some of the more cool stuff. And in here, since I found one more of these, I'm starting to fill that up with Game Boy games. This one's completely full of Game Boy games, and that down there is also completely full of Game Boy games. Game Boy Advance and Colors. And then here's all my original Game Boy games right here. So there's a whole bunch of them. I love collecting handheld games because they're usually very cheap, and you can get a abundance of them, and they look awesome on the Retron. This right here is the Ultimate Nintendo Guide by Pat Contry. It's pretty cool. He didn't write all the reviews in here, and I sort of feel like some of them are biased reviews, but that's going to happen with anything reviewed. I mean, it's one of those things, but it's still pretty cool to check out he did really well on this, the graphics. It's a good go-to guide if you want to look at something and just kind of get an idea of what it's about. A little bit pricey, but hey, you're supporting him. He does good work, so pick that up. It looks good underneath all the NES games here. Coming up here, now Miss Renebean picked these up, and these are the Hot Wheels exclusive Super Mario World cars, and I got every single one of them. They're numbered, like 1 through 8, and she picked them all up, and they were $1 a piece. I don't think you can get them anymore, so that's just cool. They look awesome. I think they're incredible. I'm not a big Hot Wheels person, but obviously it's Mario related, so I'm going to get that. We got the Aperture Laboratories scarf up there. I can't remember where I got that. Maybe like Loot Crate or something, but from the Portal series and all, that's absolutely awesome. A sealed Game Boy Link. I don't know why I got that. I think I found it at a yard sale for $1 or $2. I mean, that's usually how it goes. Just a few posters here. We got the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. That's the 3D version for the 3DS. The poster, I got that when GameStop was cool and you can actually get physical merchandise from them for your rewards. They don't do that now. Duke Nukem poster, and I got the 3D glasses somewhere, but this kind of hides the cord that leads to my LED strips. That's over here. There's the sensor and all that back there, but it just kind of hides that cord, which is cool. Let's go over some of these NES games here. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go over every single game, but if there's one that I can like see and mention, we'll go over it. But we got some pretty cool titles. I got a few heavy hitters. Just a lot of good games versus, you know, an extreme amount of heavy hitter titles. The Lolo series is awesome. Balloon Fight's a really good game. Batman Return of the Joker's, you know, sort of uncommon. Let's see, moving down here. Battletoads Double Dragons, that's, you know, more of a high-end game right there. That's one that you don't come across. Same with Bomberman 2. A lot of you know out there that game right there is fairly pricey. Bubble Bobble, God, I love Bubble Bobble too. That's an extremely good heavy hitter. Castlevania series, which I'm a huge fan of, a lot of you know. Chubby Cherub, which is a cool, I picked that one up fairly recently in a few pickups back. Darkwing Duck, that's another fun one right there. Very short to play, but it's an awesome pick up and go game right there. Moving down here, we still got some pretty cool titles. Donkey Kong series, Double Dragon series. Now my copy of Double Dragon 3 is a little beat up, but I'm okay with that. It's in there. I'll upgrade it if I ever find another one. Let's see, moving on down here, we got the Terrible Fester's Quest, which I wasn't a fan of. Friday the 13th, which is awesome. Ghostbusters series. Ghostbusters 2 is a lot better than Ghostbusters 1. Ghosts and Goblins, which is cool. But like I said, it's just a lot of good games versus a lot of heavy hitters. There's a few in here, but not an extreme amount. Kid Icarus, which is awesome. And of course, Kirby's Adventure right here. I would love the box for Kirby's Adventure, but it's one that I do not have. That's the first one that I played that got me into the series, and I absolutely fell in love with it. This is cool right here. This is Mario's Adventure. The label's peeling because it is it's a made game. You know, it's not official or anything, but it's like playing a new version of Super Mario 3, which is cool. The Mega Man series, and of course I'm missing the big one, which is number 5. I have yet to find it, and I do not want to pay eBay prices for it, so hopefully I'll get it. I've beaten 1 through 3. I got to play 4, and then I'll stop there because I want to beat them in order. I used to hate the Mega Man series, and then I gave them another shot. I absolutely love them now. Same with Metroid. I beat that for the first time in my life. That is an extremely challenging game, but it was awesome. Then I beat Metroid 2. Now I got to play Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo. I have never played it, so you can give me flack for that, but I hear it's one of the best, and that's one that I'm excited to start. I had a buddy who had the Miracle Piano. God, he says he doesn't know if he still has it. He thinks his mom threw it away, which sucks, but you know, it's uncommon. I would love to have that in the collection, especially since I know how to play a piano. Punch Out with Mr. Dream right there. Nothing crazy. Back through here, it's kind of hard to see. Let's see, RoboCop. River City Ransom, very awesome co-op game right there. If you've never played it, get into that one. That one's great. Silver Surfer, that's an extremely hard damn game. Let's see, moving down, I got these old shit knees right here, so getting down on them is kind of a pain. Let's see, obviously Super C, Contra was up there. I'm sure I've overlooked that. There's going to be games that I overlooked that, like I said, I'm not trying to go over every single one. If something catches my eye, that's just what we're going to talk about. What is this? Oh, I think I got that in the system. I was testing something, maybe like a gun or something. Super Mario is the collaboration. Super Spy Hunter, which is cool. That one's got the manual. Tecmo Super Bowl, which is awesome. They're still making rosters for that now, which is cool. What is this one's got a terrible label? Oh yeah, Batman, or not Batman, but Bartman. Let's see, I found that at a yard sale for like $1, which was awesome. Let's see, down here, Vice, which is not as common as a lot of people think. Wampum, which is cool. It's a very clean version of that game. Can't remember where I got it. I think when I got this huge lot off of this guy. Zoda's Revenge. I still haven't really gotten into Star Tropics. I need to. Let's see, I got this given to me from a buddy who doesn't really talk to me anymore, but he gave that to me for my birthday. It was pretty cool. It's a flask, shaped like an NES cart, kind of like modeled after Final Fantasy. And then you got your unlicensed game right here. Not too many, you know, some of your Bible games, that sort of thing. But my NES collection is good. I like it. I'm happy with it. I got some room to grow. I don't think I'll ever go, get a complete. That's just a hard thing to do, but I'll get it as big as I can. So that covers that corner right here, which is just the entrance as you come in. We can move over here to the Super Nintendos, which is cool. This is a system that I love. Not one that I'm crazy for, either. It's not one that like I'm gotta get everyone that I can, like original Xbox or anything, but it's one that I'm happy that it's as big as it is. So we'll go, obviously I keep, some of the more notable titles up front, or just the ones that I truly enjoy, some of the ones that I want to quickly grab and play. But we'll move back here and, let's see, I don't want to take everything down. You can kind of see what the games are back there, but we got some really good ones here. Obviously, Castlevania 4. I am a huge fan of the Donkey Kong trilogy. That is an absolute excellent series. Amazing. The soundtrack, the gameplay is always awesome. Doom, which I got that off of a subscriber during a trade, which I remember getting that game new, getting rid of it, and I just never come across it in a while, so I worked out a trade and got that one, which was cool. Earthworm Jim, which is awesome, hard, but still a good game. Incantation, pretty damn pricey game. I got that on Macari, actually. I got this huge lot. I did it on an eBay Game Deals unboxing, and it was a very excellent steal. Like, that was absolutely amazing, the price that I got that for, which was basically free. So it was awesome. Illusions of Gaia, Killer Instincts, very cool. Kirby's Dream Land 3, absolutely awesome. A beautiful game, very well made. Truly awesome. Like, Kirby series is excellent. They're easy games, sure, but they're awesome to play. They're casual games. They're excellent, and they have enough challenge to make it worth it, to where you're just not feeling like you're playing a kiddie game here. The Mortal Kombat series, I am a huge fan of. When they came out, it was one of those things where, me and my brothers would sit down and play this game and just completely hate each other over it. So it's just one of those things that, I'm definitely nostalgic for. Secret of Mana series, we got Secret of Mana and then Secret of Evermore, some pretty awesome RPGs, very beautiful artwork. They look absolutely amazing. Moving down right here, and you'll see games that are just kind of strung up just because I haven't moved them yet or positioned them, so they're out there. Rock and Roll Racing, pretty uncommon game. Excellent soundtrack, absolutely awesome soundtrack. This is the one, like I said, I have not played this. I'm going to. It looks excellent. I'm digging the Metroid series. Like I said, I beat Metroid 1 and 2. Now I got to play that bad boy. Obviously, Super Mario World, everybody should have a connection with that game. Excuse me, absolutely excellent. Same as Super Mario Kart. Turtles in Time is awesome. I had that complete in box, but I got rid of the box since I really didn't have room back then. Now I do. Kind of regret getting rid of it. And my favorite for the Super Nintendo, this is my all-time favorite game. I would absolutely love to have a box for this, is Yoshi's Island Super Mario World. Incredible game, gorgeous. The only downside is that damn baby crying. And of course, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Now, I will say the downside to moving, only two things broke whenever we moved, and that was my resurfacer, which I'm able to get fixed, and this right here. I don't know how it happened, but you can kind of see if it'll focus. It's cracked right here. It still plays, but man, that's upsetting. My 64 collection isn't as big as I would like, but I definitely got some good titles back there. Obviously, some of my more notable ones up top. Just the ones that, they're quick grabs, the ones that if I want to play, I can grab them real quick and get on them. Kirby, the Crystal Shards, Conkers, of course. Mario Kart 64, I dare anybody to play me in that game and not get their ass shackled, man. I love that game. That's my favorite Mario Kart of all time. The Turok series, which is very cool. Mario Party, I'm still missing Mario Party 2 and 3. I need to get them. I just, I'm not going to pay eBay price. I'll just find them in the wild. Resident Evil 2, amazing how they fit that entire game on that cartridge. Absolutely wild. Paper Mario, if you've never played Paper Mario for the 64, that is excellent. It's a beautiful game. I really wish they would, Retron would come out with a way to play 64 games on the HDMI TV. That would just look absolutely amazing. Found that one recently at a yard, or not a yard sale, but that was a pickup. I did a video on that one. And you see there's some cool titles back there. Just ones that, I mean, it's a collection that there's not that many games for. I think it's under 300 games. And I probably got half that, but it's an awesome system. And down here are the few boxes that I have for it. I've gotten rid of a few that, like I said, I didn't have the room. I wish I didn't now, but I still got some good ones. Super Mario 64, which is awesome. You don't typically see that one in a box too much, or at least in a decent condition box, which that one is. Yoshi's Story, which I absolutely love. You know that I'm a big fan of my Yoshi games. These boxes are excellent condition too. I got a bunch of them in a lot, and this guy just took care of all of his stuff. Watch me not be able to get this with one hand holding this damn camera. Yep, I done messed all that. We'll just set that to the side and I'll deal with it later. I got some weird things too, like the expansion pack complete in box, which is cool. Bomberman Hero, Mario Kart 64. I had ones like Rat Attack, which I sold. That box, I sold it for like $150. That's one of those games where the game's not expensive, but the box surely is. And it was in that case. Tonic Trouble. We got the N64 controller in box, which is cool. Like I said, not a huge amount of games for the system, but definitely some awesome titles. Alright, let's move on. Gotta get up here. We will go over the boxes that I got up top, which are ones that I'm very proud of. We got the Virtual Boy box. I got 2 control deck boxes over here for the NES. One of them was the one that came with Mario Brothers, the exclusive version where it's just the game. We got a Zapper, an original Game Boy. You'll see little random Minecraft figures all over the place. You can hate me all you want. Minecraft was an awesome game, and every now and then I actually still play it. It did a lot for the history of those types of games. GameCube back there, complete in box. This is awesome right here. This is absolutely gorgeous. This Super Nintendo complete in box Donkey Kong version right there. Absolutely amazing condition. Thing looks gorgeous. We got the PlayStation 2, a Sega Saturn with a Dreamcast light blaster above it. We got the Sega Saturn racing wheel, Sega Game Gear complete in box, and I got 3 Sega Genesis, and they're actually all in there. Like the systems are in there. I mean, hell, I don't know why, but they got everything. They even got the games with them. They got the Lion King version, the Sonic Spinball version, and the original standard version right here. So 3 Sega Genesis. I probably paid like less than $70 for all 3 of those. So that was awesome finds right there. I'm a huge fan of Sega. Sega is too underrated. It's competing with such a big dog there, you know. I don't know if I showed this earlier. This was something Miss Renebean found, which is very cool. This is the Assassin's Creed, a hidden blade right here, and it actually works. It's missing that buckle, but that is so cool. That thing actually works. That is a very cool find right there. I don't remember what she paid for that. I don't know if we saw it here, but obviously I'm a fan of collecting multicolored controllers. See, if you don't have any decoration, realize controllers make good decoration. These are the GameCube ones right here. Just random. They look good. They're like my N64 controllers. Alright, let's go over some of these Wii titles here. Now, the Wii is a system a lot of you know that I collect a lot of bad games for. But there's still a lot of good ones, a lot of hidden gems scattered about here. Some games that you just can't play anywhere, you know, like the Dead Space Extraction, which is like an on-rail sort of thing. Just a few random figures. We got Castles Shikimura, or however you pronounce that, in the background. It's a really good shoot 'em up. Deadly Creatures, sort of uncommon. Kirby's Epic Yarn and Kirby's Return to Dreamland, absolutely excellent. Mario Kart. Like I said, there's a bunch of random titles in here. A lot of ones that a lot of people would overlook, but you'd be surprised on actually how good some of those are. And then I'm trying to like group all of my figures together. Now some of them are scattered if I got doubles. My buddy actually gave me that black Yoshi right there. Very cool. We got Mario Party 8 and 9 back there looking good. Muramasa or something. I don't know how to pronounce that. The Demon Blade. Pretty uncommon. And then, of course, I got my Wii Sports front and center. A lot of you know my relationship with Wii Sports. Awesome game. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Not as good as Melee. But I was never the hugest fan of Smash Bros. In general. Obviously, New Super Mario Bros. Wii is awesome. Nice Journey into Dreams, or Journey of Dreams. Resident Evil, the Wii edition. I actually have a strong connection with this game. It plays great on the Wii. I love using the motion controls. It works absolutely amazing. Obviously, the Super Mario Galaxy games are beautiful. That would be amazing if they did a remake of those. Imagine how gorgeous that would look like on the Nintendo Switch. Let's see. House of the Dead, which was cool. Very happy that I found that recently at a garage sale. The big box version of Mario Kart Wii. Amazing. Same with the Wii Sports Resorts. Those were cool finds right there. I was very happy about that. Let's see. SNK Arcade Classics. Super Paper Mario, which was really cool. This is the collector's edition of the last story. Comes with the book and everything. It's pretty damn pricey. Wario Land Shake It, and then WarioWare Smooth Moves, which is absolutely awesome. We used to smoke a hell of a lot of weed and play that game. Over here we got the collector's box here for Dead Island Riptide. Has everything in there. I got the game put up. Found that at the flea market for $1 or $2. This was what they one of my awesome subscribers sent me as a bootleg right here. We did a review on it. Very cool to have that. The thing actually worked fairly decent. I got a few of my game soundtracks, which I'm going to do a video on, especially if I can beef up that collection a little bit more. I love collecting video game soundtracks. It's awesome. It's actually a very cool thing. Just some random bootlegs back here. This bootleg you will actually never see because it does not work, so I never made a video for it, and it was too much of a hassle to send it back. So, one you don't get to see, but there it is there. Alright, coming over here to the PlayStation 1s. We're going to kind of zoom through. We got some very awesome titles, Ape Escape, that sort of thing, and then of course I showcase the ones that I'm truly nuts about, or just some high-end games in general. I remember finding Jackie Chan's Stuntmaster at Goodwill for $1. That was a great find right there. It's pretty, uncommon pricey game. I don't have Metal Gear Solid Showcase simply because I'm not a huge stealth fan. A lot of you may know that. It's stealth games with me, it just never clicked. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. If you've never played any Castlevania in your life, play that one. It is a masterpiece. Absolutely excellent. Crash Bandicoot's awesome. Same with Final Fantasy VII. You know that I'm a fan of Final Fantasy, so I try to showcase the games as best I can. I need to play Chrono Trigger. I may actually play it since it's on this compilation here. Alright, moving down here. I'm trying to speed this up because, we don't need a crazy long room tour video. I'm sure, we can, if there's anything you want to see, you can kind of pause or slow down the video here. But there's some awesome titles. Plus, it's hard for me to kind of lean over this TV and show you. Street Fighter Alpha 3 and the Street Fighter Collection. Awesome games right there. Let's see here. Moving down. The Lost World Jurassic Park. I picked that up recently at a yard sale. Grand Theft Auto, the original. A lot of you young bucks out there don't realize, but it looked terrible back in the day. It was a bird's eye view, but it was awesome back then. That was very cool. The Medieval series 1 and 2, very awesome games. Those are some games that they need to remake for sure. Mega Man Legends 1 and 2. This is not a Mega Man figure here, but I put them there. It kind of looks like it. Mega Man Legends 2, I actually found the disc of that just like randomly at a flea market looking in a case of some overlooked games. Picked it up for probably like 50 cents, I can't remember. And then I ordered the case on eBay, which was awesome. I was able to complete it. Some more cool games down here. Mega Man X5, Parasite Eve, which is awesome. Resident Evil Director's Cut. I would love the long box version of Resident Evil. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. And here's one that's pretty uncommon, which is Resident Evil Survivor. Not that great, but it is one of the first, it is the first Resident Evil that was first person, I believe, which is awesome. We got Rayman, Silent Hill, which I'm an extreme fan of, and then Spyro. These are just games that you just need to be showcased. I don't have that many long box games, but I do got some pretty good ones here. I got Gex. I actually got that on the 3DO. I may get rid of one or the other. But some pretty cool games here. Nothing crazy long box. I love long box games. I think they're awesome. The whole, it makes you feel like you actually got a game. And then I got 2 sealed controllers. This is PlayStation 2 Blue, and then I found this one at a thrift store for like $3. It's a sealed PlayStation 1 controller, which is awesome. And then you don't get to see that many toys because I've never really collected them. I don't have that big of a bond over them. But this is the Armatron. This thing actually works. It is amazing. I'm super happy to have that. I had that when I was growing up, and it was just a cool thing. It's just a robotic arm that you can control and pick up things. I found that at a flea market for like $5. Very big attachment to that thing. Awesome to have one again. And I found one later down the road, and I never picked it up, but it was at like a Goodwill. It was complete in box, and they wanted like $30 for it. I should have picked it up, but I didn't. I just didn't have the room. The TV that I use is an awesome TV. It's a Toshiba. It's a 27-inch. The thing is absolutely amazing. It looks great. Heavy as hell. All CRT TVs are, and then like I said, I keep the 4K TV in there for all my modern stuff. And then I got all the, I got the sensor for the Super Scope. We got the Wii, the PlayStation 2. I got all those little sensors up top. A few original Xbox. We got the Halo Edition, and then we got the transparent blue, which is cool. Moving up over here, we got some bootlegs. I found this at a yard sale or somewhere, and I picked it up for like $1. It's just awesome. It's a computer version of Earthworm Jim. It's not worth anything, but I think it's awesome. It just looks cool. Back there, we got the complete unboxed Dance Dance Revolution, the GameCube for Mario. The Hyperscan right here, complete in box, which is awesome. I used to have more Virtual Boy games, but I got rid of them, and you know, it's one of those things where you regret, because that's when I wasn't heavy into collecting as much as I was. So hopefully I'll get them again. You know, I had some cool ones like Waterworld and thing. This is one of my Virtual Boys right here with this awesome hat that Miss Renebean found. Looks kind of good that way. Night of the Living Dead comic. Picked that up at the flea market for $1. I'm a huge George Romero fan. Sad to see him go. Hopefully they shot him in the head, because if he comes back as a zombie, I mean, we're doomed. Original Xbox back there, complete in box. Poster from the Playboy game. I'm sure a lot of you don't even know about that game. It's fairly uncommon. And I need it for the original Xbox. I always find these things for PlayStation 2, but never for the original Xbox. A few random Minecraft things. Found this at a yard sale for $1. The Handy Gear, which was just like you'd see with the Game Boy, but this is for the Sega Game Gear. Found that while we were on vacation. I was out at a thrift store, because you know I want to hit up thrift stores if I'm out, you know, hunting around. Let's get this light on in here, because you know you're going to have to see that. And then there's the Farpoint bundle for the PlayStation VR, which has actually climbed in price since it came out, because I guess they don't make that bundle no more or something. But when I got it, I ordered it for like $69. I think it's selling for like $250 now, but absolutely awesome. I just really wish they would fix the tracking to where it doesn't look like, if you're holding your gun straight in the VR, it may look like you're pointing left or something. It's kind of stupid. I've tried every trick in the book. This is, well, before we get into that, well, up top we got the Atari Flashback. This is that really weird Sega Genesis arcade motion bootleg thing. I'm going to do a review on that soon. I'm excited to plug that thing in. It looks amazing. This is my Zelda Shrine. A lot of you know about this. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of Zelda. I mean, I got a damn Triforce tattooed on my thigh, man. Come on. But there's a few Zelda games I'm missing. Obviously, probably got like 90% of the entire collection. And then I got a few, you know, fan-made games, you know, like Parallel Worlds and Outlands, that sort of thing. You couldn't find a better series. It's one of those awesome games. It's cliche to like. It's like a Nirvana. You know, everybody likes them. I love Zelda. I mean, I want to show my appreciation to them, and this was the best way I can do it. This display's oak cabinet right here is absolutely gorgeous. Looks great. And then down here below, we got my Atari porn, which is just cool. I only got 3 of them. I got Beat 'em and Eat 'em with the reverse Lady in Waiting on there. Custer's Revenge, which is, you know, the one most people know about, and then Bachelor Party. All complete in box, great condition. And behind that, we got the Legend of Zelda Art and Artifacts book. Absolutely gorgeous book. If you haven't checked it out, I actually did a review on that too. Very amazing. Looks awesome. This is my ottoman right here. I picked up for $19 at Target. And inside of it is where I keep all my controllers. So that's awesome right there. And it doubles as a seat if anybody comes over, which I have room now because I can scoot this right here. 1, 2, and have 3 people in here, which I think would be comfortable without being overwhelming. So that's awesome. All right, more bootleg consoles up top. Let's see, Nights in the Dreams. I'm so happy that I'm able to showcase. That's the big box version with the 3D controller in there. It looks gorgeous. These are one of the few sets, same with the Sega CD games, that are not alphabetized. I typically try to alphabetize everything. I just don't have that many to do it yet, or I'm just too lazy to do it. But there's some good titles in here like Golden Axe, The Duel, awesome. That is missing the manual. If anybody has the manual, let me know. I want to complete that. Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2, obviously. I would love Saga, but that's just one of those heavy hitter Holy Grail titles that you only get if you either buy it or you just get extremely lucky. Sega Saturn arcade stick. I love playing Sega games with an arcade stick. Something about it just is awesome. I don't have a big Sega CD collection. I actually had Night Trap, and that's when I got rid of it when I wasn't as heavy into collecting as I could have been. Regret it now, but I got some awesome ones. Echo the Dolphin. If you've ever played it for Sega CD, the soundtrack is beautiful. Absolutely amazing. Sonic CD is a very awesome game for the Sega CD, a Sonic game, which I love. We got some more arcade sticks down here. We got the Master System, the Genesis, and then the NES Advantage. And then this, some of y'all remember in pickup video, is the rental case. That actually is complete in there. It has the Virtual Boy, a few games. That is awesome. Good condition. In here, I keep some miscellaneous, some batteries, memory cards, that sort of thing. Because everybody's got, it's like the miscellaneous drawer. And then my Dreamcast collection, which I am sad to say is not that big. Dreamcast is one of my favorite systems, but Sega on this side of the world, for whatever reason, people avoid it. I had the Sega. I loved it. I wish I never would have gotten rid of it because I can never find games for it. But I got some good ones. Sonic Adventure, obviously, House of the Dead, and then the Typing of the Dead, which I'm a huge fan. I've actually got a brand new keyboard, and then there's one behind it that I use that is not brand new, so I love that. That is absolutely awesome. Shenmue, which is awesome. Seaman, which I have the mic right here. If you've never played that, it's voiced by Leonard Nimoy. Very cool. Awesome. Jet Grind Radio is another awesome game for the series. All right, let's move over here and start getting... That covers all this. I think that's everything. And down, well, we'll go over to the consoles, which I didn't do. Obviously, we got the Master System, PlayStation 2, Game Boy adapter. I don't know why it's just randomly there. We got the Wii, NES, SNES, the GameCube right here with the startup disc, because what I've been playing recently, which I got off a buddy of mine, Castlevania Belmont's Revenge. Very cool. Been playing the heck out of that. You know, beanbag with the Ottomans, awesome. We got the monstrosity here. We got the Sega 32X, Sega CD, Genesis, that sort of thing. We got the Saturn with the memory card in the back, play imports. We got the Dreamcast. This right here is a Game Gear that I modded to where I can actually play it on the TV. That was before Retron came out with their adapter to where you can play Game Gear games, but I still like it. It's awesome. The Panasonic 3DO, the 360, my Jungle Green N64 down here. My TurboGrafx, original Xbox, the 5200, 7800, and 2600. I don't need the 2600 here because of the 7800, but I gotta have the whole family together. This Genesis right here is one that I quickly go to whenever I want to test a game, or if I don't want to deal with the 32X, this is the one to go to. Plus it has the Master System adapter. It just makes things a little bit easier. But I can't use it when it comes to things like the 3D glasses. I gotta use the actual system. And there's the 5200 games kind of strung in the back with some Atari manuals to the side, nothing crazy. And there's my VCR, which is which runs all the Atari systems. That's then, you know, I got my VHSs, which I watch. Very cool to have that back there. All right, let's go over the Genesis collection here, which I love Genesis. Genesis, like I said, is very underrated. Very cool titles for that system. I try to just go for exclusives, but it's kind of hard. There's always some little difference between, you know, like Double Dragon's not exclusive, but there's little subtle differences. Same with like Aladdin, you know, there's different versions of each. Altered Beast, which is awesome. It's a very short game, but it's one that I have a lot of nostalgia for. Castles of Illusion, which is great. Castlevania Bloodlines, Contra Hardcore, just some very awesome titles. Golden Axe, very incredible game. Awesome with the arcade stick. Gunstar Heroes, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, very cool. Moving down the line here, you'll see some sports titles in here, but hey, it's awesome to collect. Because we got some good titles in here. Let's see, The Humans, which is kind of a funny game right here. There's my version of Chrono Trigger I found, but it's Super Famicom. Nothing. I want that game for Super Nintendo. Damn it. Rocket Knight Adventures, which is awesome. Rise Star, which is very cool. Very uncommon to have complete in box. And then you'll see I got 3 Game Boys. I'm starting to collect. I've gotten rid of a lot more, but I'm starting to collect the varying colors, the variants for colors for Game Boys. I've gotten a few. Like I said, I've gotten rid of a lot more than I should have. Streets of Rage 1 and 2, which is awesome series. Very good with a fight stick. And like I said, another game that I got rid of, I wish I didn't, was Toe Jam and Earl, because I got rid of it when it was cheap. Now it's not cheap. Toki, which is very cool, going ape spit. Wings of War, and then another World of Illusion right here, very awesome. This is my completely refurbished glass screen. A lot of people know that, oh, it's got a copy of Rise Star in it, that I do refurb work, and that thing is absolutely mint, gorgeous. I love Game Gears. And these are just some loose Genesis games. A few awesome titles in there, you know, Hyperstone Heist I'm looking for a case for. So some good ones in there. And then, of course, this is a modded backlit original Game Boy, which actually turned out very good. I am super excited about that. That thing looks great. Awesome to play games with. I got this off a buddy, the same one I got Castlevania Belmont's Revenge. Oop, don't fall. This is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, signed by the Angry Video Game Nerd. Very cool to have. I have a lot of respect for that guy. I'm sure a lot of you do who watch my content know who he is. Let's see, back there is just a lone copy of the 32X version of Doom. Nothing special, it's just I put it there. It's the only box 32X game I have, so I strung it there. A 101 Game Boy. Moving down here, let's see. These are all my Game Gear games. Most of them are sealed. There's a few that are open. It's just cool to have Game Gear games in boxes. It's really cool to have them sealed. And then my Master System collection is really small, but I do got some really cool titles in there. Lord of the Sword. You know, just some awesome titles. Alex Kidd and Miracle World, which is awesome. And then the Sega 3D glasses, absolutely incredible. They really do work. They're pretty cool to have. It's a pretty neat little novelty. And then some more of my 32X games, which I don't have that many of. But it's cool. Tempo, absolutely amazing. Tempo Junior for the Game Gear, very cool. Here's my Sega Nomad, which is awesome. Got that off of a buddy, and that thing has climbed in price. Let's stand back up here and go over the PlayStation collection here. PlayStation 2. I got a lot of subscribers who are a big fan of PlayStation 2. I'm a fan of it, just not as big of a fan as I am for Xbox. So anything Xbox is where I get my third-party games. While PlayStation 2, I just try to strictly stick to exclusives unless it's just one that I don't have. But as you can see, I got some really awesome titles. Bully, very exceptional game, awesome. This was sealed, but it got opened. It's just a memory card. I think it's cool to have it in the package. Let's see, some awesome titles here. Get the Atari Lynx. I got the case for that and a few games. Clock Tower 3. I love Clock Tower 1 and 2, but those are extremely expensive. Dot Hack Infections, the only Dot Hack one that I got. Fatal Frame, Drakengard, some cool titles. Half-Life, which obviously a lot of you know that I'm a huge fan of Half-Life. Eco, however you want to say it. Mega Man X7 and X8, and X Command Mission. Mr. Mosquito Okami, very cool. I don't know if I showed these right here, but there's some awesome titles. You know, Katamari, Damacy, and all that. The Onimusha Essentials, which is cool. That's pretty neat to have. Moving down here, just to show off some of these games. I told myself that this game room tour wasn't going to be that long, but of course it's probably going to be pushing an hour. But, oh well, you know, man, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who like to see this sort of thing, which I love. I love room tours. Shadow of the Colossus. I recently played through this game again. The controls, oh my god. I typically don't get that angry at a game to where I throw a controller, but I really did throw the controller on that one. Now, the remake, they've fixed a lot of it, but to play the old version, oh my god, I was pissed. Now, I beat it, but the controls, man, holy fucking god. Just jump and grab the ledge, man. Silent Hill 2, 3, and then Shattered Memories. I'm missing Origins. But Shattered Memories is awesome. Very demented game. Let's see, some other cool ones here. Moving down. Tato Legends, I found that at Goodwill for like $1 or so. It's awesome. It's a collection of a lot of the Tato games. Let's see, the X-Files, which is pretty uncommon, and I actually played through this game. Very cool. It's kind of like Silent Hill. Pretty damn neat, especially if you're a fan of the series, which I am. Missing Xenosaga 2, but that's okay. I got Xenosaga 3, which is the more high-end version. This is an uncommon game. If you see it, not necessarily uncommon, but sort of sought after. If you're out in the wild, pick that one up. It goes for $20-30, one that's overlooked. And then we got Yakuza 1 and 2 down there, which is very cool. Awesome games in the series. Let's move on up and get to what I'm happy about. And that's my original Xbox collection. A lot of you know I'm a huge fan of the Xbox 360, original Xbox One, all that. Alright, so we will go over some of these games here. Like I said, I'm just going to zoom through and you're just going to kind of see them. Breakdown's awesome. Castlevania, Curse of Darkness. I love my Castlevania series. Dead or Alive. I love these collector's edition boxes, or, you know, the ones that have, you know, more than one. They always look good. We got Pinhead up here. A lot of people call him Hellraiser, but his name is Pinhead. That's the name of the character, not the name of the movie. Arx Fatalis, Capcom vs. SNK, Call of Cthulhu, which a lot of people see from my intro whenever this, well, I've had the copy before that, but this is that version that you see in the intro just because it was a upgrade. Cold Fear, very awesome survival horror game. Conker's Live and Reloaded, a great remake. Big fan of Doom, awesome. Evil Dead, both games are very cool, very funny. Very uncommon. Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, which, you know, a lot of you know I'm a huge fan of Fallout. Fatal Frame 1 and 2, and then over there where I got the third one, I didn't make the third for the Xbox, I don't think. Those are very cool games, very creepy games. Moving down, we got some more awesome titles. This is one of those collections. There's my damn knife. I've been looking for that son of a bitch. I lose shit in this game room very easily. It's just because it's bigger and I set things down and wander off. Let's see, Grand Theft Auto series, which is awesome. And I have, where's that? I just thought of it now, but I had, oh yeah, there it is. I was about to say, I got the collector's edition, which is all, or the collection, which is awesome. All right, moving along. Very cool titles. And the reason why, you know, obviously the Xbox is one that I was attracted to, but anytime you're playing a third-party game, would you not rather play it on a system where the graphics are going to look better and it's going to run smoother? I mean, that's my mentality of it. And, you know, obviously I'm a big fan of the system with the exclusives, but if it's third-party, I'd rather play it on a system where it's going to look better and play better. And that's when the original Xbox, you know, had the advantage of. Futurama climbed in price. Very fun game. There's the Grand Theft Auto collection. San Andreas, huge fan. That is my favorite Grand Theft Auto of all time. Half-Life 2, beautiful game. Jurassic Park, Operation Genesis, very uncommon. Land of the Dead, Road to Fiddler's Green, very uncommon. Psychonauts, which is cool. Shenmue 2, Silent Hill 2. One of the best Silent Hills, The Room, very awesome game. This controller right here is the Gamester Radica controller. I got that at Goodwill. Very cool. It's got the buttons on the inside and it's shaped like a gun. Very cool. Awesome. Moving down. We got some. I'm missing Shaolin Monks for the original Xbox. Pisses me off because I liked that when that came out. It was very fun to play. And I can never find it. It's one of those games where I find it on PlayStation 2, but never the original Xbox. Moving across here. Sphinx. I picked that up recently. Here I just keep a bunch of Xbox Live, what is it, the trials. I have a bunch of them. They're scattered all over the damn place. Alright, moving down. Star Wars Battlefront 2, Jedi Academy, Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, Stubbs the Zombie. I am absolutely pissed that they put the GameStop stickers on the case artwork. I cannot wait till I find an upgrade because I hate that. This is one of my favorites for the original Xbox. Very amazing game, made with the Halo engine. Doesn't really mean anything, but it's absolutely awesome of a game. If you've never played it, pick it up. Test Drive Eva Destruction, very cool. The Guy game, Elder Scrolls Morrowind was an awesome game. That's the Game of the Year edition. Has all the add-ons. Moving down, just like I said, just a whole bunch of awesome games. Man, this system had some truly awesome titles for it, and I love collecting for it. Ultra Bust a Move. And then we got some demo disc, and then this is the Futurama Loot Crate figure that I picked up. And sadly, my only TurboGrafx games that I got are these three right here. If you have any TurboGrafx games that you're willing to sell me, let me know. I can't get them on the side of town without ordering them. But I got two obviously crazy good titles and then one pretty good one. This is the starter kit for the original Xbox to play online, which is very cool. Mortal Kombat X figure. And then some more complete unboxed systems down here. The Wii, the Wii U, Xbox One, and then the PlayStation 4. And this right here, when Resident Evil 7 came out, this was a candle that you could order from overseas. Very awesome. It's supposed to smell like blood and sawdust. It actually does. It's creepy. I've never burned it, but I think that's awesome. And then here is my modest GameCube collection. But as you can see, there are some definite awesome titles in here. If you will focus. Let's see here. I don't know if it's going to focus. My knees. See if I can sit down and get this thing to focus here. There we go. Alright. GameCube collection. We got some very awesome titles in there. Luigi's Mansion. Huge fan of that game. That game was absolutely gorgeous. Eternal Darkness. Amazing title right there. Obviously all the Mario parties. I would love the big box Mario Party. Was it 7? I think they used the microphone. Could be wrong on that. I'm missing Pikmin 2, which I need. Pikmin's an awesome game. I remember when that game came out. It was truly amazing. This is the GameStop exclusive collector's edition of Resident Evil 4, which has like the little postcard of like Leon and all that. Resident Evil 4 obviously is my favorite Resident Evil. Truly an amazing game. That's very cool to have that metal tin version there. Some more awesome titles, you know, Smash. You got to have all the good titles there. Zoid's very cool. And then there's my very small Panasonic 3DO collection. I wouldn't say small. It's actually fairly big considering what came out for that system. A lot of them are not in original cases. It's a lot of made cases, but there's a few good ones. That system is just... I don't really have that many good things to say about it. Alright, let's stand up and turn around. I don't know if I went over this earlier from the Super Nintendo. But we got the Power Glove. I'm a huge Fallout fan, so we got the Fallout Pip-Boy. We got some random Fallout Pops, which I don't collect Pops unless they're either like something truly just want to, you know, reach out to me, which Fallout does. And then I got like some BioShock ones, but that's it. The original Lunchbox, this is not the one that GameStop came out with later down the road. That is the original one that you got, the collector's edition. Very cool. Microphone for the N64. These are all my light guns that I use. You know, the Namco, which actually I don't think is a light gun. That one uses something different. The Starlight Blaster, the Light Phaser, Zapper, all that. Down here we got, this is that Dreamcast box that some of y'all can remember from the eBay Game Deals unboxing that had tape all over it. It actually turned out really good, and I kept it, so it does look good. Pac-Man lunchbox, which is awesome. We got an Atari Tide, which is cool. There's the two pop figures that I was telling you, the BioShock ones right there. Those are the big ones. You know, you got the Big Daddy and you got the Songbird. Gorgeous, man. Absolutely amazing. Some Pac-Man salt shakers here. Inky and Blinky there. We got the Coleco Pac-Man tabletop. There's a Creeper. There's my complete unboxed copy of Hero. Amazing game. Arcade Classics Cubert. There was that box that those salt shakers came in, which was cool. These are some of my loose Atari games right here. Some quick titles to grab and play. And then obviously my complete unboxed Atari collection, which is pretty damn big. I'm definitely happy about it. I got some awesome titles. If you see doubles, it's just because one's sealed, so I can have a copy that I can play. Like E.T., I got one that's open and one that's sealed, which I found at a yard sale for like $1. But some pretty damn good titles in here. Awesome ones to have. Atari is an awesome system to collect for, typically because it's cheap, which is cool. Star Raiders is awesome. And then we got some long box down here that don't really fit upright, so I kind of had to slant them. And then just some random Atari games kind of strung in place. And here are some more loose Atari games. This shelf right here is a little clustered, I will admit. I'll do some better organization on it later. And then here's some of my NES boxes that I have, which I got some awesome titles in here like Contra, you know, Super Mario Brothers 3, Castlevania, which I'm very proud of. That's an awesome one to have. Moving down, we still got some other ones. You know, Metroid's very cool. And then here's some of my Super Nintendo box games, which is, oh, I just realized I got Banjo-Kazooie over here. That don't need to be over here. It needs to be over there. Let's put you over there. All right, but we got some awesome titles here for Super Nintendo. I had, like I said, Turtles in Time, but gotten rid of it. I wish I didn't. There's some decent ones here. I got Legend of Zelda, which is put up over there. The Super Game Boy, which is cool. Atari Flashback number 6, Complete Unbox 360. And here's a few Complete Unbox Game Boy games. Nothing crazy special. Metabots, which is cool. Mario Tennis. Just some random ones. Let's see. Now, as you can see from the closet here, I got all my N64 controllers. Some Funtastic and colored and some aftermarkets. They look really good. They're awesome decoration. I love collecting those. They look great. Let's see, just a random Zapper. That one doesn't have the cord. It was defective, so it just makes good wall art. Here are some more NES games that I had. I just didn't put them on there. You know, Operation Wolf, Flying Warriors, Fester's Quest, and Snake's Revenge. It was pretty cool. This closet right here only houses a lot more modern stuff, the 360, PS3. And I even got room for now for, you know, the Wii U, PlayStation 4, and all that, since I don't have that many to begin with. Up top here, we got some random stuff. We got the Grand Racing Wheel for PlayStation 2, I think. The sensor for the NES Power Glove. This is the Dominator right here, which is a wireless arcade stick for the NES, which is awesome. There's some more bootleg consoles up there. And just some random things strung around. Don't let that pig scare you. Let's see. The big box here of South Park. I only collect PC games that they're just truly amazing, or they have awesome big box art, which, you know, like Doom 3 does, are amazing. Let's see. The Last of Us. A beautiful game on the PlayStation. Absolutely adore it. PS3. The Big Book of Spells right here. Picked that up when that pawn shop was going out of business. Let's zoom over here. Some of these 360 games here. Let's see. I got some awesome titles in there. I love the 360. There is a brand new 360 controller in the back. You'll see this plug and play, this Radica plug and play right here. I picked that up for a few bucks. It was not 12 like that sticker says. I think it was like $1 or $2. Bully for the Scholarship Edition, which was awesome. I hear that they're making Bully 2. Can't wait for that. Catherine, which is awesome. That is an Atlas game, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the Dead Island series. If you'll see more than one version of the game too, I mean, I'm a huge fan of it. I want all the versions that I can. Dreamcast collection, very cool. Fable was an amazing series. Coming back down over here, I know it's a little bit dark in here. I need a little bit more light in here to be comfortable. Forza limited edition. Gears of War limited edition. I love the Gears of War series. Ghostbusters, the video game, truly awesome. Halo series, I give it a lot of respect. I'm just not the biggest Halo fan. A lot of you know that. Let's see, Lollipop Chainsaw. Oh my God! If you've never played this game, truly amazing. Get that one. It's awesome. It's climbing in price too, so get it while it's cheap. Let's see, some obviously Minecraft, the Metro series. I'm missing Last Light, which was the best one. I love the Metro series. I cannot wait for the new one coming out. Moving down here. It's hard for me to see. Let me get out of the light's way here so it can light up a little bit more. Portal, absolutely tremendous, awesome game. That's Portal 2. The only way to play Portal 1 is through the orange box. Red Dead Redemption, which I am an extreme huge fan of that. I love that series, especially Undead Nightmare. Resident Evil, I loved 5 and 6. They were great. Silent Hill, obviously, I'm a huge fan of. These I gotta fix that. That's out of order. Let's see, Splatterhouse is cool. There's the orange box. That is awesome for the Half-Life episodes 1 and 2. Survival Instincts, The Walking Dead, not terrible, but it does give you a little bit of story that you don't normally hear. If you're a big fan of The Walking Dead, you know, you get to learn a little bit like Daryl's past. Viva Pinata, which is very cool. And that's it for the 360 games. Coming down here, there's a few big box PC games, nothing serious. And then I got a very small collection of PlayStation 4 original or Xbox One and Wii U games, simply because it's so new that when I get a game, I will beat it and sell it, and I'll just get it again when it's dirt cheap. And that's kind of what's happening now. And all these games right here, I paid like $1 or $2, and they're not worth that much. There's no point in me really collecting them. I'll get my money back, and I'll find them down the road when they are literally dirt cheap. My PlayStation 3 collection, pretty small, but I got some really good titles. They're all exclusives, with, like I said, the ones that I go for. Heavy Rain, which is awesome. Let's see, come on, focus. Come on, you little bastard. It ain't gonna focus that well, but we're about through with it here. But you can see there's some pretty cool titles. The Last of Us, like I said, truly amazing game. And down here we got just some random things. We got the PlayStation 2 guitar, Wii Fitboard, which will probably never see the light of day. Some random bags for like the Atari Lynx, the NES Power Pad, some strategy guides, and then back behind here is a whole stack of sealed games that I have yet to do anything with. So hopefully we'll get to that at some point. And then there's some random things back there. But that's it, guys. There's nothing else that I can go over. I think we have covered it all. I'm gonna step back and just kind of think here. That way I'm not forgetting anything, but I think we did it. I think that's enough of a room tour that you guys need. I'm sure we'll do one at the end of the year. But that's it, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope it was entertaining for you. If you've made it through this whole hour, which I tried not to make it an hour, but it turned out to be one. That's awesome. I wanted to do this for you guys out there because we hit 5,000 subscribers, and this is just my way of showing my appreciation to all you out there for supporting this channel. And like I said, a lot of you have seen this room grow and be built through the past few weeks, and this is just a way for you to actually see what it's turned into. And it turned out absolutely incredible, guys. So anyways, take care and enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you again, guys. We are growing. I would absolutely love to see 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And I think that's very possible at the rate we are growing. But it's truly amazing. So anyways, guys, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.